In this video, I'm going to show you how to add touch controls to your game. Touch controls will allow your game to be played on mobile devices and phones, or any device that doesn't have a keyboard and a mouse. We're going to add a new layer, and we're going to make sure it's on the top. We're going to call this layer Touch. This will place our touch controls at the uppermost layer of our game. It's really important that once you add this touch layer, that you adjust its parallax property. Change its value to 0, 0. This will make the touch controls follow the screen as you play the game. Next thing we need to do is we need to insert the touch object. This is what enables you to use touch controls. Next, we will create 3 sprites. The first one we're going to call Touch Left. We're going to go into the Kenny Platformer Assets donation pack, and we're going to find a button that we can use that the user can press to go left. There's an on-screen controls folder that has many sprites that you can pick from. The next thing you're going to want to do is to modify the collision polygon to be as generous as possible. We want it to be very, very easy for someone to press left. I'm going to position the button right where I want it. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to add my other 2 sprites. Next, I will add Touch Right. Once again, I'm going to go to the Kenny donation pack, and I'm going to find a right arrow in the on-screen controls folder. Adjust the collision polygon to be very generous. And I'm going to place that on the touch layer. I'm going to make sure it lines up vertically. I like to do this manually. Alright. I need one more sprite. The next sprite is going to be an up arrow. When on a touch device, when someone presses the up arrow, it's going to simulate the alien jumping. This one I'm going to call Touch Up. Once again, adjust the collision polygon to be very generous. Add it to the layer and make sure it lines up vertically with the other 2 buttons. I'm going to scoot it over a little bit so that when the user plays the game, they'll jump with their right hand and go left and right with their left hand. I'm going to set these to 50% opacity. That's going to make it look slightly see-through. I think it looks cooler this way. On to the code. I'm going to create a new event sheet, and I'm going to call it Touch Event Sheet. Just like it sounds, this is where all my code will go that supports touch events. I'm going to be adding 3 different events. You use the touch object anytime you want to code touch events. You're going to look for when is touching object. we're going to look for when touch left is being touched. Whenever that happens, we are going to simulate the alien's platform control as going left. We also, just like with our keyboard, need to mirror the alien. Let's just go ahead and copy and paste this event. Sometimes this is easier. I'm going to replace the is touching touch left with the touch right object. Whenever the touch right object is being touched, I want to simulate the platformer movement of the alien as going right. I'm going to simulate control to the right. And I do not want to be mirrored if I'm going right. Let's copy and paste one more time. This time we'll be looking for if the touch up object is being pressed. In that case, we want to simulate the alien's platform behavior as going to jump. We do not need to mirror one way or the other. Let's group all these together. Add group. Grouping your code is very important. Things can get out of control very easily, and this helps you stay organized. It'll also help you remember what you did long after you've written this code. Put in a meaningful description. Excellent. Now we need to take the events and place them inside the group. Awesome. This event sheet looks like it's done. Let's go to our main game sheet, however, and include this event sheet. If we don't include it, then the code won't run at all. As you can see, it's been added to the top. And once again, using event sheets in this manner is the best way to create your games. All right, let's go ahead and save our work. And now we need to export it. We want to export it to HTML5 website because we are going to deploy this to our class website so that we can test it on a mobile device. Navigate to your flash drive, Colstock, Game Dev, Platformer, HTML5. Make sure this directory is empty when you do this. Colstock, Game Dev, Platformer, HTML5. Press Next and Export to begin exporting the project. Once this project is exported, we're going to use FileZilla to FTP it to our website. Once it's been FTP'd, we're going to use our phone or one of the tablets to test the touch controls. Let's take a look at the files. There they are. Let's go to our desktop. Let's launch FileZilla. Remember, log into www.ahstech.net. Your username is your student ID. And don't forget your password, your 6-digit birthday. Make sure you're in your public HTML platformer directory. As you can see, mine is empty right now, which is the way it should be. And on my flash drive, I'm in my HTML5 directory. Control A to select all the files and drag them into your platformer directory. Excellent. Our next step is to go to our browser and make sure that the files are there. I'm going to test to see that my game has been deployed to my website. And there it is. But the only way I can test the touch controls is to test on a mobile device. So that's our next step. You're going to need either a phone or a tablet to perform this next step. In 2014, it's extremely important that any application or game that you write also supports mobile devices. On mobile devices, touch is the event that needs to be handled. So here I am on my phone. I'm in Google Chrome and I went to my class website and launched Platformer from the Platformer directory. You can't see it on the screencast, but I'm actually holding down the touch controls right now. It takes some dexterity and some getting used to, but everything works just as if I was using my keyboard. Go, Chuck, go. All right, let's see here. Getting used to jumping with the controls. See if I can make it back. Excellent. Great job.